Tell me, have you ever truly looked in the mirror? Not to fix your hair, not to practice that fake smile you wear so well, but to really see yourself. The cracks, the scars, the quiet desperation in your eyes. Let me ask you, when did you decide it was okay to let the world decide your worth? To let them place their strings on you, pulling you this way and that like a puppet without a will. You march to their tune, nod when they tell you, apologize when you don't mean it, and for what? Approval? Love? A fleeting sense of belonging? It's laughable, really. They don't want you to be free. No, freedom scares them. They want you small, controllable, predictable. But here's the thing, there's a monster inside you, waiting, clawing, dying to be unleashed. The question is, will you let them hold the leash forever? Or will you rip it apart and make the world kneel to you instead? Ah, but you don't see it yet, do you? The problem isn't just them, it's you. You let them tell you who you are. You let their words pierce through your armor, sinking into your heart like a poison, their judgment, their opinions, their expectations. You carry them around like chains, and you're too scared to break free. Why? Because you're afraid. Afraid of being alone, afraid of being hated. You think if you step out of line, if you stop playing by their rules, you'll lose everything. And maybe you will. But here's the dirty little secret they don't want you to know. You don't need their love. You don't need their approval. You don't even need their respect. All you need is you. The real you. The one buried beneath all the lies you've been told and all the lies you've told yourself. That version of you, the untamed, unapologetic you, is more powerful than they could ever imagine. And that's what they're afraid of. That's why they try to control you. Because they know if you ever woke up, if you ever realized what you're truly capable of, their little game would be over. So why do you let them? Why do you let their whispers dictate your choices? Why do you hand over your power to people who don't deserve it? You're scared of being hated? Let me tell you something. People will start hating you the moment they realize they can't control you. And that's a good thing, because their hate isn't a reflection of your weakness. It's a testament to your strength. You think crying about your pain will change anything? It won't. Nobody cares about your tears. The world doesn't stop spinning because you're hurting. Your anger, your sadness, your fear, they're not problems to be solved. They're tools to be sharpened, weapons to be wielded. So stop being a victim. Stop being a puppet. Take those strings they've wrapped around you and turn them into chains. Chains you can break. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Control isn't about dominating others. It's about mastering yourself. Your emotions, your thoughts, your choices. That's where your power lies. When you can stand in the chaos and keep your mind clear, when you can face the storm and remain unshaken, that's when you become unstoppable. They want you to believe that your anger is dangerous, that your sadness is a weakness, that your fear is something to be ashamed of. That they want you to believe that your anger is dangerous, that your fear is something to be ashamed of. But they're wrong. Those emotions aren't your enemies. They're your allies. Anger, when controlled, becomes focus. Sadness, when embraced, turns into resolve. Fear, when mastered, sharpens into strength. The key isn't to run from them. The key is to own them. You don't fight fire with water. You fight it with a bigger fire. So take that anger burning inside you and channel it. Take that sadness weighing you down and turn it into fuel. Take that fear that keeps you awake at night and let it push you forward. When you learn to wield your emotions instead of letting them wield you, That's when you'll finally be free. You walk into a room and the air changes. People don't just look at you, they feel you. Your presence demands attention. Not because you're loud or aggressive, but because you're in control. Your anger doesn't lash out, it cuts through. Your sadness doesn't weigh you down, it grounds you. Your fear doesn't hold you back, it drives you forward. You don't seek their approval anymore. You don't crave their acceptance, instead they crave yours. They respect you because they can't predict you. They fear you because they can't control you. And the best part? You don't need to lift a finger. Your strength speaks for itself. But this isn't about them. It's about you. About reclaiming the power you've always had, but were too afraid to use. About becoming the person you were always meant to be. The one who doesn't apologize for being strong. The one who doesn't shrink to make others comfortable. The one who doesn't just survive, but thrives. So, here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop looking for someone to tell you it's okay to be powerful. Stop apologizing for who you are. The world doesn't bow to those who ask nicely. It bows to those who take control, to those who refuse to be broken, to those who aren't afraid to be hated. Because here's the truth, the moment you stop being their puppet, the moment you take those strings and turn them into chains you can shatter, that's the moment you become free. And when you're free, truly free, the world doesn't stand a chance. So go ahead, look in the mirror one last time. Not to fix your hair or practice that smile, look to see the fire in your eyes, the monster waiting to be unleashed, the chaos you've been holding back. And then let it out. Let them hate you. Let them fear you. Let them try to control you. And watch as they fail. Because this time, you pull the strings. And they're just along for the show.